Back with another one, and this video today, we're gonna break down the definition of the word humble. Because I see a lot of people doing like the prayer hands emoji. I've done it plenty of times, or saying, you know, I'm humble, I'm trying to be humble, or telling other people you should be more humble. But should you? Because let me just read the definition of this word. It's an adjective, okay? Humble, having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance. Does that sound like something that you should be telling people about? You're going around saying you should make yourself less important. You should you should be so humble. You should tell people that you are humble. You should say to others that you have a low estimate of your own importance. You're saying you're not important. Being humble, if you want to take the definition literally, is saying I have a low opinion of my own existence on this earth. Low importance, right? I think what people confuse when they're trying to tell you to be humble is they're trying to say, don't be braggadocious all the time. Don't throw all your accomplishments in the face of everyone all the time. Okay, I can agree with that. But if you did something that's important to you, or you feel like it's important, you should shout it from the mountaintops. You should let people know what you've done, because it will inspire others to go out and do the same in their own path, in their own industry, in their own lane, right? So if I'm constantly posting videos of taking a cool trip to Africa, maybe that inspired somebody else to go take a trip to Africa. A great example is, so Max got me into learning how to fly planes. And the fact that he's posted so many videos, especially being a black pilot, he's getting more pilots in the sky, more people taking discovery flights. Everybody in his industry of real estate investing are seeing what he's doing. He became a pilot officially last year, officially got his pilot's license, but has been flying for a few years. Just, you know, business got in the way, took him a little time. But he's not humble about that. He's not trying to be humble about anything he does. He wants to let people know that he accomplished great things, that he is, and he's not afraid to tell people about it. Now, my problem has always been, I've always been too humble. I've always thought you have to be humble in order to, you know, fit into society and be kind and not step on people's toes. I say, you know, f that. I'm done being humble. I actually have a high opinion of myself. I have a lot of confidence, and for years I felt like I needed to suppress that. And I think a lot of it is society and the media telling you, you know, don't brag too much. You should be humble. Well, when we did a Snapchat show last year for 7 figures, better believe we were letting people know we made that, we produced that. And just today, I got to announce that the project I helped work on with Ezekiel Mitchell, one of my friends and clients, is going to be on Hulu airing on February 2nd. I'm not going to be humble about that. Now, I'm not going to take credit that I don't deserve. Like, I didn't shoot the project or plan it. Well, no, I did plan some of it. So you see what I mean? Like, that mentality still exists where you're trying to like split hairs, right? Are we trying to make sure that you get it totally 100% accurate as to what you did? But just by me sharing that, my friends and family, people in my network, they want to share it because they're proud to just know me. And I'm happy to let them ride on the coattails of my accomplishments, because hopefully that inspires somebody that I actually don't know and saying, wow, you know what? Dave went to school to study film and media, and now look at him. It's 2022. He's still doing that same thing, right? If I was totally humble, I would never post on social media, ever. Or all my posts would only be, I don't know what I would, if you weren't humble, what even would you post? Because the act of posting itself is a non-humble act. It's a proud act. You're giving an opinion, you're saying something. Anything you're posting is inherently important to you. So can you even have social media and be humble? I don't think it makes sense. Like the term humble brag, it's really just a brag. It's just a proud moment. There's nothing humble about it. You just might be saying it in a smooth way to get your point across. You might be saying like, NBD just wrapped shooting this big project with Hulu. Okay, well, it's not no big deal. It's a big deal. It's like when you say, I don't want to be offensive, but, or not to be offensive, but whatever happens after that comma is something that you're about to say that's offensive. So you can't just preface all these sayings like, you know, I don't mean to brag, but it means you're about to brag. I just think people need to stop being humble. It's actually detrimental to your own mental state. It's not good. And, you know, unfortunately, some of us, myself included, have that mentality of don't boast, don't speak too loudly, don't share your accomplishments. Just keep your head down, blend in, and keep it moving. Now, there's good reason to blend in, right? Let's say you work at a big company, and one of the 48 laws of power is you don't want to outshine the master. I think it's number 1 or number 2 in the book. Not like of importance, but in order. Don't outshine the master. Now, the reason for that is number 1, survival, right? You don't want to make that person so uncomfortable that they feel like you have more skill or influence than them, where they don't keep you around. Maybe it's somebody you work for, they're paying you, but if you're being more vocal on, let's just stick with social media, and you're making yourself seem like you're smarter than them or more important than them, then you're at risk of losing your position in the power structure, right? Of being the right-hand man, or, you know, not being able to have any more influence or get paid by that person, right? So you don't want to outshine the master, but that doesn't mean you have to be humble, okay? So if you work at a company, you can still shout your accomplishments and then edify the people that got you them, right? So you can say, I'm proud to announce that I got a promotion, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without my boss, my mentor, right? So you're giving praise, you're edifying up, right? You always want to edify up, and you want to recognize the people around you, but you can still be proud of that accomplishment. You don't have to be humble and say, like, I guess, how would you say that humble if you got a promotion? You would say, I guess it's still a brag, right? I don't even know how to say it in a humble way. You go, I guess I got a promotion today, so that's more money. I guess it's more in the tone, right? Because, yeah, saying like, you know, I guess I got promoted, so that's good. There's so much more to that story, and you should really tell it, because there might be somebody out there, maybe they're afraid to ask for their promotion. And maybe they look at me and say, I always thought of Dave as like a really kind person who, you know, didn't ruffle feathers or step on toes or whatever. But now I'm listening to him talk big and loud about his promotion. And maybe that gives them the confidence to go ask for more money, to go ask for the promotion. Like, you just don't know. So you don't want to be putting out there the message that people need to be humble. It's just not. We have to stop that. That is becoming a mental disease. Stop telling people to be humble. You should give people flowers here on earth before the funeral. Like, tell them all those things that you hear at funerals, at, you know, services, all those nice, kind things. Say those things to people now. You should be proud of other people too. Don't hold back. But back to the point. Yeah, don't be humble. Remember, the definition of humble, I'm just reading it here off the internet, is having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance. You shouldn't have a low or modest estimate of your own importance. You're really important, and you need to remind people of that all the time. And you should be using social media really to remind people all the time, because that 24-hour news cycle, or it's even faster now, like that Instagram feed, the Facebook feed, you're in and out of there. Like, you're not even reaching that many accounts. Let's say, you know, I have like 4,500 followers on Instagram, and the post I just put up this morning, it reached like 300 accounts. And I don't think it'll ever reach all the accounts. So what I'm saying is, when you get a chance to brag, do it. Tell people what you're up to. Stop being humble. That's my message for today. I'm daveismedia. Please like, subscribe, and share this with a friend. And I will see you tomorrow.